All right. All right. Members of the culture. I'm Ra, and you are here. Thank you all for anyone that might be joining. I just decided to go live for just a quick moment. I'm thinking about possibly in the future broadcasting when I may go live just to kind of let people know ahead of time. I've done that once. I may continue to do it just so that you all can know ahead of time and jump in there and be there. That would be awesome to have you live with me, your comments, your feedback, all that. That'd be great. So, one of the reasons I'm here right now, of course, we want to I hope everybody's doing well at whatever time of night or day this may be. Here where I am, it is the 1st of June, almost midnight, so it's almost June 2nd. I work late sometimes, so I keep odd hours. Anyway, so I want to talk about like three real topics. If you see the title of the stream, it'll tell you. Let me holler at you. I want to holler at you all about several things. First is Hasbro's direction. I put a video out where we discussed kind of right after the Hasbro fan post when they did that, and did the Gamerverse review. If you remember, I had done a video before that because we were talking about my main man right here. Review is up on the channel. This is my absolute, like, man, I'm telling y'all, this is my favorite figure. I'm not gonna lie. Right now, this is like my favorite. I love this Gamerverse Venom. Um, Hasbro really has outdone themselves with that one. That's just my opinion. But I'm just such a huge look at that. I am such a huge fan of this monstrous Venom, Gamerverse Venom. Can't wait to do some poses where he is choking out the Maximum Spider-Man. But that's coming. And I told you I spoil everything. Just man, look at that tendril effect. Like this is just how could you not? How could you not dig that? We are Venom. Yeah. So review up on the channel for those who don't know. Yeah, this Venom is really an amazing figure. Uh, and that's not hating. That's no shade. Before anyone asks, no shade on my guy right there. You see who he's next to? None other than the Maximum Hulk. The most controversial figure right now in the world, I think. Um, and just like I did my review, I said it then, I'll say it now. This is actually a good Hulk, especially if you didn't have a green Hulk, which I didn't. I had gray, red, all the others, but not a green Hulk. So if you didn't have a green Hulk, wow, look at the fist right there. If you didn't have a green Hulk, it's a good thing to have. I mean, it's a good figure. The big thing, look at that. Man feet, baby. But if you didn't have a Green Hulk, it's definitely good. And I said, and someone else I saw in a video, and I cannot recall the person because I want to give them credit. Someone else said if this figure was 39.99, nobody would have said anything. I said, "Yep, that's what I'm saying." I think he was about $20 more than he should have been. He was a good figure. It's not a crappy figure. It's a good figure. If he was 39.99, I think he'd have been that figure would have been fine. Nobody would have said anything. But anyway, so what I want to talk about was Hasbro's direction. So the first Gamerverse figure I saw, it might have been others, but the first one I saw, even though it's under Marvel Legends, the first one I saw with this label was Venom, right? Cool box. I'll show it again. Love that box, man. That art, that is awesome. First one I saw under that label, Gamerverse. And I wondered, I said, is this a separate line they're doing? Like, what's going on with that? And is this like a one-off or something? So out of nowhere, when you saw the fan post, now you see, the Marvel. Let's call it what it is: Marvel versus Capcom 2 packs. That's what they are. Looked awesome and amazing, by the way. But those figures look great, and now you see them under the Gamerverse line, which makes me kind of wonder. I don't think this is a one-off. I mean, I didn't, I like I said with Venom, when I did that video, I didn't know it. I didn't think it was going to be a one-off, but I wondered where they were going to go with this line. Were they going to support this line? Were they going to keep? Is it something that they were going to make in regular rotation? It wouldn't just be like a one-off or a special thing. Is it something Hasbro starts and wants to continue? Because that game had like I think that roster was like 56 or something like that. 56 different characters in Marvel Capcom 2. Great times, by the way. But they've, obviously they can't touch the Capcom characters without light, so I get that part, but there's plenty of Marvel in there that they can touch. They can do a lot. So I don't foresee them stopping, especially since they're pulling these Gamerverse characters from video games. Spider-Man's one. Who knows where they'll go with that? They got a lot of characters they can do. They can do versions now from of these characters in games. There's a Black Panther game, not the one that was canceled, but the one we saw that's really Captain America's game, Rise of Hydra or something like that. You guys seen that trailer with Kyrie Payton as the voice. But there's another one, the Gamerverse, they could do it. So I'm not shocked that they have started to do this Gamerverse line. I'm just hoping that it's something that can be price effective. I mean, obviously, they got to make their money, but it needs to be price effective. Now, these Gamerverse figures, the one thing they did not cover, and I think everybody mentioned that too in other videos, was the price. They did not talk about price. I thought that was kind of a telling thing too. I want to say if it was Dark Spider David, he's a great channel too. I want to say it was him that was talking about it, and Robo don't know his channel is good. I think that it was Dark Spider David might have covered it and said that what he didn't mention was the price. Anthony's Customs is a great channel too. He covered it, and I don't think everybody said the same thing there. What they didn't cover was price. If I'm gambling, folks, based off what I'm seeing, and I don't know how they view it. So if Gamerverse and Maximum Hulk are supposed to be on the same, I don't know if that's supposed to be the same level or not. They were both $60. But if Gamerverse is going to give us those 2 packs, if this Venom was $60, I mean, come on now. I mean, I don't imagine they're going to give us 2 of those for 60. It would be nice. I mean, this $30. I mean, you would think that they're the best price. I think they should go with it, especially because I don't get me wrong. They're going to do some new sculpts. I get it. I expect to be some reuse, but maybe not. Maybe or who knows how much. But I would think that those figures ought to be. I think that they're like $59.99 would be a good price for them. That's just me. For them. I don't think they need to go higher than that, but it is Hasbro. I wouldn't be shocked if they said 69. Knock on wood, they don't. Hopefully they'll go 59. That Juggernaut looks really impressive, but Venom was 60. He looks to be the size of Venom, if not bigger. So height wise, rather, I would imagine he's probably gonna be about $80, somewhere around that neighborhood. Um, Everybody was talking about Shuma Gorath or Gigantos or whatever they're calling him. I think he's going to be close to $100 too. I wouldn't be shocked. Hasbro is about their money. Now, don't get me wrong. Do I think that this is going to be their year? Yeah, I do. I do. I mean, it's hard to say. Todd McFarlane was cooking with his figures. He just launched the Superman figures from that movie, and I think the movie's going to be good. But these figures, I just don't know the designs of them. Not excluding Superman, because that David wants, but nothing against him. Henry Cavill will always be my Superman, by the way. But nothing against David Corns, but I think he'll probably be fine. When I look at these figures, I don't know if this Metamorpho is going to be a boss or something. It's just he has not grown on me yet, which is weird, right? Sometimes it takes a minute. You have to watch something or look at something so many times before it really kind of clicks and connects, and you're like, "Oh, okay, I can rock with it." That's where I am with Metamorpho. I'm looking at that thing and I'm like, baby kaiju and kaiju, and it's gonna take a minute, right? That hadn't grown on me. The only thing from the movie that's grown on me is actually Crypto and Superman, and of course at his Fortress of Solitude, the bots. So I have, and that ties into what else we were talking about, which was movies. Um, I'm looking forward to seeing Superman. Anyone that's followed me on TikTok, if you haven't, you should be at the Great Raw. You should obviously be following us at the Great Raw Forever on Instagram. I mean, you guys know that. But if you do, then the person I'm looking forward to seeing the most is my main man, Galactus. So that's my number one character. Everybody knows that. And if you follow the TikTok, then I've been counting down the days for Fantastic Four. Can I wait to see Fantastic Four first steps? I will be there on the first day. I will also be seeing Superman. I have hope that these movies will bring back um, some success for both DC and Marvel both. I know they've had kind of some lulls. They've had some okay movies. They've had some movies that haven't been perceived so well. So I wish both studios the best of luck. I hope that both of these movies are absolute bangers and hits. I want everybody to make their money. So I'm looking forward to those, particularly Fantastic Four. And that's not saying anything against Superman, because I love that character too. But I'm a huge fan. Galactus is my number one guy. Fantastic Four. I do like Marvel's first family, so I will be seeing it. But Galactus is my driving force. So yes, I will be going to see that day one. And lastly, let me say this: if Hasbro is going the way of if Game Reverse is a real thing, which clearly it is, if this is going to be where they're going, I think now we're looking at Marvel Legends, I guess the unwritten quote unquote deluxe figures, and then we've got the Game Reverse line, which I don't know where they place that at. If they're going to be equal to Marvel Legends, I have no idea, but I foresee that being in there. So they've got, and then we got Max. So we really have Marvel Legends kind of here, Game Reverse kind of here, right? And then you got this kind of I don't know if I'd call it the unwritten rule deluxe, like the no Jamie Foxx Electro who gets all the flack, and then officially the Maximum series. So I mean Hasbro can go a bunch of different ways. My big thing is cost. I mean, I want them to make the money, but I want them to get it where it's something that can get into more people's hands. Don't price us out, bro. That's all I'm asking. And yes, and please make sure you go, folks, go in the comments and let me know. Are you excited to see Fantastic Four? Are you excited to see, the new Superman, or both, or neither? Are you not looking to see either one of them? We don't know. Nicholas Holt's a good actor. I think he's going to do justice to Lex Luthor. To be honest with you, he's a really underrated actor, in my opinion. So but if you don't, in the comments, let me know if you're going to see him, if you're not going to see him, you're excited, you're not excited. Let us know what you're thinking about. That's definitely something. And the last thing I touch on is in collecting. So I saw the Superman, the new 52, and I've seen the because I said Todd's released those, and he's released the movies, the Superman Battle Damage, the regular Superman, Metamorpho, and then you've had all these other figures, but that's where he just launched those. I'm not against it. If those figures work for you and you like them, more power to you. Maybe the Superman will get picked up at some point. Because Superman's like Batman. You're gonna see a ton of those as long as you live. They're always gonna keep putting them in there. Right now, I'm searching for the Cyborg Superman, Hank Henshaw, but not the regular version, the platinum, which is in red and black. That thing is chef's kiss. Definitely want to get that. I'm on the hunt for that. So if anyone knows where I can get that, I'll let your boy and let me know. Definitely looking forward to that. Todd, keep cooking, man. You got a year left. Let's see what you can do in the next 365 days, Todd. See if you can squeeze every drop out of every wallet you can, man. Let's do it. Let's see some new Spawn stuff too. Definitely want to see that hugely. And speaking of which, like new material, I'm just wondering. I haven't seen a new Galactus, and I don't know how they would do it because we got the Toy Biz, which I have, the Build a Figure, and then we have the HasLab, which you all know is my holy grail. But it's just odd that they released these new figures for Fantastic Four, Shala Ball, and then of course you had the first family. I'm like, are y'all gonna do? I know Marvel never does HasLabs again, and I mean once they've already launched it, I don't imagine that they'll re-release it. But do I wonder will they do something for Galactus because he's now got the Ralph Ineson look? If you've seen the concept art, it's kind of weird that they wouldn't do something, even if it's only like an 18-inch, something along the lines of the Build a Figure like that size. If they did something like that, much like they did the Sentinels when they redesigned them, that are coming out later this year, maybe something like that. Maybe it's just odd. Maybe they do nothing. They may just say, "Hey, we've made the best Galactus humanly possible in the HasLab. We're not going to touch that." It'd be nice to see. I don't know. Who knows what's going on over there in the minds of the people at Hasbro that make those decisions that cook up stuff. Um, but lastly, I want to talk about collecting. So I've talked about the Gamerverse line, Maximum line. I want to be clear, folks, that you should collect what you like. Um, with us, it's no judgment here. I don't care if you collect obscure Four Horsemen, Funko Pops, Marvel, DC, NECA, Super 7, whatever works for you. Your collection is your collection. It's your money. spend it how you desire. Make the collection that makes you happy and you proud to own it. That's what collecting is. Proud to own it, proud to share it if that's what you do. By all means, as long as you're happy spending your money, you're not hurting anybody else. Do what you do. Collecting is a passion and a love we all share as members of the culture. But I don't judge anybody for the figures that they pick and what they like. Some people, we obviously pointed out the mistake with the Jean Grey on the boots and everything, but people still buy the figure. It just is. It's an oversight. Hasbro's had mentioned as an oversight, but at the end of the day, folks, if what you like is Funko Pops and that's what you collect, go for it. If what you like is Super 7, go for it. If what you like is DECA, go for it. If you just like the Super Friends line that Todd McFarlane just did, go for it. We're all in this thing together when it comes to collecting, and I don't judge people. As long as you're doing something that's positive, that's making you happy, you're sharing. If you desire to share that with us or the world, God bless you. That's fantastic. I choose to share that because, as I've showed you with this journey, this thing was started as part of a mental health journey that we've been on, and we're sharing this hobby and this passion with the culture of the world to all of our members of the culture. That's what we do here every day, folks. So I'm not going to take up any more of your time. I just wanted to make sure I came at y'all and holler at you about those topics that are out there. Let me know in the comments down below because you're going to go down there. Keep it classy, keep it professional. While you're down there, give this video a like, please, and when you comment. And if you could be so kind, share this. Help us fight YouTube's algorithm. Let us know. Are you excited about those blockbuster movies? What do you think of Hasbro's direction? Do you think Gamerverse is here to stay? Are you a fan? Do you like it? Do you not like it? Let us know in the comments down below, folks. And until we meet again, please continue to stay collecting. Please continue to stay tuned. And above all, each and every day, folks, we appreciate every subscriber. So all of you, stay great. Peace.